up. The Stormers, you'll have to be alert. They're a good team. They're a team on the up. They're well coached. They do certain stuff very, very well. One of the stuff they're doing, and I want to go through the slips quickly, they attack from everywhere. They love the handoff. I don't know if they practice that a lot. They attack the weak shoulder with a handoff. There's one of these handoffs that we'll discuss now. Let's start quickly, Abu, with this one. This is one where I want to show you how they attack, not on their own half, but it's their line out. This is the old one. We've got to talk about this preloading. It's 3 scrum offs, but that's okay. That's not what I want to show the slip. You can see the ball is still in the hooker's hand. They're preloading. This is good. Have a look what they're doing. Early running onto the weak shoulder. There's what I call the so-called crisis corridor behind the gain line. He's receiving it flat on the gain line. Look how the wide defender is sitting there on his haunches. So they're going to come at you, Stormers. They're going to play. They're going to run you hard there. You'll have to block that vacuum very good. Bad defensive situation there. We just discussed this, Shimmy and Robbie. There's the ball carrier on the ball, but there's all fine, all good. Another quick ball, another hard running. Look how quickly they do recycle the ball, this team. A good dummy runner. He's a good animator. He's holding the defenders. One is Dwayne Vermeulen. He's holding them totally honest there. They're preserving the space out there. They didn't score in this case, but they come at you. They're a team. They're not scared to put their bodies on the line and to come around that corner at pace, gents. They really, really do it well. You'll see it there what happens now. They're patient. They play on. They just journeymen. I don't see individual stars really there. They just keep going. They're trusting one another. They're supporting the ball carrier. They're getting continuity. They're a good team. There's a reason why they beat your old beloved Ulster there, Robbie Kempson. So they play. They do fundamentals well. But the one I want to go through is the one where they run from their exit play on the, if they come from their own half, you know, the Connacht exit play. I want to show you this one. I'll ask the producer to show it now. There you'll see it. The 9 is on their 22. They're not going to box kick it. They play the inside ball. There's the first handoff. On the weak shoulder, eyes on the target where you want to hit the guy. There's the inside runner, and you'll do the same. You'll step check. You'll see the handoff coming. In control. That's a scrum off. That's been coached. They control the ball far away from the body. They're handing off there, and they pivot it around that. Now, from there, the play carries on. That's 6 flanker. Now, whoa, quickly. Whoa. Now, that is red, guys. Just refresh my quickly. There's the ball carrier. He's now hitting the guy on the head. Nothing happened. Yeah, why not? So that's the inconsistency that I worry about. But that's not my point now. It's just you guys took me earlier to this. So there you manhandled him there. And what they do well, look at the attack. That's my point at the moment. Their string is formed well, and as soon as they get in the position, the guys at the back, Stormers, they're going to do it with you again. Damien, watch for this. They're going to come at you. They play. As soon as you're alone at the back, they put it on the pass through, and they rush you out, and they get the line out again. So they play a very, very clever exit game. From their own half, somehow they get easily to the other 22 with this policy. But what I did enjoy, Owen, and I'm talking a lot on this now, they've really masters of the handoff. So they hand you off on the weak spot. They play around it. I found about 11, 12 handoff clips in this game, and I thought this one was nice and sequenced. That's why I showed it. So I don't know if you want to take that one further with a high handoff there, Shimmy.
No, we still do own about the red card. Or
No.
We can go back.
No, on the handoff.
Okay, then. No, well, you got to look at both sides of the ball there. I thought shocking defense. The inside defender, they're actually not making the hit, so not aware of the pass.
So you got to
probably thinking it's just going to be another setup, get into kicking shape, and so caught unaware. Where they are good, I think it's from like most of the Irish teams from line-out launch. If you give them momentum, the first phase, they're pretty hard to stop because they stay on top of you. They've got mobile, small, not the biggest pack, mobile forwards, aggressive, good in contact. The micro skills good. You mentioned the handoff, the offloading. Then they just run off you the whole time. Then they've got the ability to identify space. Once they've breached your line, they've got the ability to get the ball out wide pretty quickly. So that's the coaching aspect of it. I think quite creative in terms of their starter plays. But if they get slow ball from that first rack, then I don't think it's that easy.
All right, one more.
Sir, what I want to show you, they're good in the ruck. If you fall on your side, they'll trap you. The guy on the ground holds you down. They're very good trappers of the ball. You'll see it there again. The guy on the ground there, his right arm is holding him down. That guy's trapped now. So what will happen now is advantage.
Well, before you get anywhere, isn't that a sitting duck, Campo, in your days?
Yeah, he's just holding him in there quietly.
Yeah, guys, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. But the ref has got to protect You can't get held in like that. You're milking the penalty. And they milk the penalty. This Connacht team, man, they can milk a penalty well. Every third, fourth ruck, if there's a guy just there to be milked, they do milk him. If I can put it that
you know
way.
what's going to happen? And I think you're going to get to a stage in rugby where they're going to start penalising animation like that. Where a player, like for bad sportsmanship, when the scrum halves are standing there, then they fall over the guy.
Good referees are actually really doing it.
Yeah, the good referees see that and say, look, stop doing that, you're holding him in and all of that. You're going to get to a stage where you start penalising it. Because anyway, it's actually glorified cheating, to be honest with you.
It is.
Because, and that's not really what you want in the game of rugby.
All right, there's a few good numbers we've got to talk about here. Only lost one line out, 93%. That's what Connacht did. Scrums 4 from 4. 24 beaten defenders. I mean, those are good numbers. So now you look at those numbers. They take the Stormers next. Kempo, set piece-wise. What's your take?
See, the problem with the Stormers pack is not the pack, it's the field. The field just rips up too much. So you actually can't get enough traction with a Springbok front row, getting good traction on a pretty weak Connacht front row. You're actually not going to get enough traction from the actual, Shimmy, you'll know as well, from the field. In view of the fact that it's very sand-based, very slippery, and you just elongate yourself and it's difficult to scrum your opposition. So you would think they'd have the ascendancy in that. I think the line-outs, they've got a very good line-out, but I think from a launching point of view, the way that Ori and Co went about their business against the Bulls, who are a much taller pack, I think that can be sort of a 50-50 area where the Stormers can strike at them.